Let's talk a little more about visas. When you're making the move to you decide you're leaving the U.S., Canada, or wherever the case is, to another country, you have the visas to consider. Now, some countries will, upon arrival, whether you have to apply for a visa prior to going or not, you may get 30 days to stay there before you have to renew. You may get 60 days, you may get 90 days, you may get 6 months. That depends on the country. Before you make that move, you need to find out first, if I move to this country, how much time do I get before I have to renew my visa? One. Two, what is the visa renewal process when it's time to renew that visa? Some countries have a very easy renewal process. Some countries have a very intricate renewal process. Okay? 3, how much is it? Okay? Now, another factor when you're going to countries and you want to renew your visa is if you have children. Sometimes that can become a bit expensive. If you have a family, if it's a family of 5, husband, wife, 3 kids or more, and say the visa is $100 a month, then that means that's $500 a month, every month, until you apply for residency or whatever the case may be. You need to kind of look into, well, how does that work? How does that work? How am I able to reduce that cost? Most countries that I have been to will exclude the children in the visa renewal fee monthly if the children are enrolled in the schools in their country. So I saw that in Ecuador. I also saw that in Belize. When the children are enrolled, you might pay $100 for the whole year. And then that eliminates that expense. Now, just because some places have a cheaper renewal fee than others, it may not, in the long term, be the best choice for you, because some countries have an easier residency process than others do. So when you get residency, what that means, residency is the next step after renewing your visas. Like, for example, in Belize, you have to renew your visa for a year. You have to be there for a year first, and that allows you to just apply for a residency. And then you would no longer have to pay that fee. In Ecuador, there are different ways you can get residency. You can get residency by putting $25,000 in a CD in their bank. You can get residency by buying land that costs $25,000 or more. You can get residency through having a degree that would help them there, a degree that they considered, maybe in psychology or sciences or whatever. Now, and also with doing that, though, in Ecuador, although you have those other options, they have a FBI requirement. So you got to look at all these different things. The visa process was very cumbersome, whereas in Belize, the visas are about $100 a month, but the process to renew it monthly is very easy. You just go in there, renew the visa, and that's it. Ecuador, renewing a visa was a 2-week process. You had to prepare in advance, collect a lot of paperwork, collect your bank statements, it was a very long process. Write a letter in Spanish of why you're renewing the visa, get this notarized, get that notarized. It was a very cumbersome process. Also, at that time that I was living in Ecuador, they also changed the visa renewal process where they were now looking at your health. So they were also requiring a physical to see, hey, before I renew that visa, I need to know if you're healthy enough or not to stay here. So take the time to look up in that country, what are the visa requirements? What are the visa requirements? How much will I have to pay? And so you can weigh all the benefits. Ultimately, if that's the country you want to be in, then what are the visa requirements? How much is that going to cost me? How easy or not easy is it to get residency? And what makes the most sense for you? Hope that helps out a little bit more on if you're planning on relocating. Hit me up, and book a session if you need to get more details about the visa process, what makes sense for you, what you'd be able to do, and what you need. Bye.